76 to 80 magic in about 12 Slayer assignments. So, you know, it happens pretty quickly. And now I have to get 16k Dungeoneering tokens instead of the 20k like I said. It starts at, you know, at 20% repair once you get your first chaotic. So that's along with 160k. And if I wanted to use cash, it's 1.6 mil. So I do have 2.7 mil nearly right now. I just can't afford it just simply because of summoning. So I'm gonna have to do some dungeoneering right now. I believe I got about like 1.5 mil cash just from doing Slayer. So there's some good assignments I had and got like 300 or 400k in one assignment. 7 levels to go now, so I'm still not sure if I have enough charms. I still have 1.4k green charms in the bank, and I can buy like a lot of harpoons for the green charms, so not too sure yet, but I believe I'll have enough money for it. I spent about 1.5 mil, but I'm getting a good amount of money back with these bloated leeches, so I don't think charms are going to be, or I don't think money's going to be an issue. Maybe just a charm. So I'm going to use just a tiny bit of beef I have left and just switch to green. Should be a lot easier to kill these now since I have 70, and now I can use the Carol crossbow in my bank. Little update with my summoning level. I am at 63, 23k to 64, and I think I need about 600 crimsons to get from 64 to 67. That's my guess. I started to run low on money again while training summoning, so I noticed I was 4 quest points away from getting a total of 125 quest points, and once you reach that you can get 500k from May's quest shop at the Varrock Lowstone. I ended up doing a Fairy Tale Part 1, which should have been done a very long time ago, just because you get the magic secateurs, which is very helpful for picking herbs for you know, getting additional herbs potentially for, you know, your farm trips and whatnot. So that should have been done like a few weeks into this Ironman account. The other quest I did was the Eyes of Gulfree, if I'm saying that correctly. I'm probably not, but there's no reason why I did this quest. It's just 2 quest points I noticed while going through my quest log and stuff, so all I needed obviously was 4, so you know, these 2 quests added up to that. For me to camp Krill for the full hour without banking, I have to constantly run around the room, and with doing this method, there's a very high chance of avoiding Krill's special attack. So I still do end up using Debilitate at around 20k to 15k HP, and there's a rare occasion where Krill does teleport right to you. It might show it in this clip. And at that moment, there's a very low chance that Krill will use that special attack there, so that's why I still end up using Debilitate around 20k HP or so, like I said. But overall though, it's not that bad, and I'm very surprised that I'm able to actually stay the whole hour even with doing this method, because I didn't even know about this. I had to look up a guide real quick since it's been so long for me since I've been bossing. And the drop that I got here, unfortunately, was a War Priest item. Eventually though, I'll get the full set and I won't have to worry about this drop anymore. This is an important lesson for everyone that ends up just ignoring the minions at the very last kill of the instance and stuff. Thankfully I had a shield, so I could use immortality, so if I did die there I would gain 40% of my HP back. And if I didn't have that shield, I would have missed out on this drop. But unfortunately though, I do have this item already, which is crazy to say. I only have 2 Zamorak items and I already got a duplicate, so it ended up being a Zamorakian spear. But still though, my very last kill, and it was on a minion, and you know the instance is over right there. So make sure you kill your minions. My internet started to become a little sketchy just because here in Michigan there's a pretty bad storm right now, and I think today it's gonna be like -40 wind chill. So on top of me having very bad internet here, and with the storm, it's just not gonna be a good time for me. So I have to avoid bossing, and for whatever reason, I had the urge to quest. So when I have that urge, I just have to do as many quests as possible. So I started with the Golem, Shadow of the Storm, Evil Dave, which was part of the recipe for disaster part, and then the big quest, which was Evil Dave's Big Day Out. That was the main reason to start questing in the first place, just because there's a ton of XP in that quest. That was actually one of the quests I wanted to complete when I started this account, so I was a little late to that, but I still got 20k like Herblore XP, which was very helpful since I need to get to 57 later on. Then I went to the Feud quest, Family Crest, and then I went to Fairy Tale Part 2 and 3. So for Part 2, I had to get 57 Herblore, so that's why the big reason to do Evil Dave was because of that Herblore XP. So I went from like 51 to 57 Herblore from doing a monthly D&D from that quest, and then I had to do about like 20k Herblore XP on my own to get to 57 to finish Fairy Tale Part 2. I went from 121 quest points to 137, so it's not that bad. The plan is to get to at least bare minimum 150 in the next video, just because I can then get the last piece of this outfit, which is a tier 75 weapon, which I believe can get converted from melee, range, or magic, and it's tier 75. So if I use it with magic, I guess I have an upgrade from my tier 60 mage arena staff, and I don't plan on using my chaotic staff for like Slayer right now, just because I cannot be asked to go back to dungeoneering, get the 16k or so dungeoneering tokens to repair it again. So that tier 75 would be very handy for Slayer. I got a nice little notepad showing what quests I want to complete, so I'll have it on the screen for you guys right now. So I'm not going to go through all of them, but the main one I want to complete is Plague's End, and that one is going to take a very long time. That's the quest to get into Prif. So I'm not really necessarily worrying about the 10 skills I need to get to 75. I know a couple of them are just going to be a pain in the ass, just like construction. I think is going to be the most annoying one for me. Summoning is going to be a little tricky because that is quite a bit of XP, and maybe even prayer, but I think mining is one of them. Going to be very easy, about to get to 64 right here, but I think I started at 59 tonight. I'm going to stop at 64 actually, just because I want to keep this skill for last to get to 75, just because it's so nice and AFKable. So it's going to be like a continuation for the next few episodes for like plagues and requirements, but I do plan on probably completing all the sub quests for the main quest, just to have that out of the way. So the main thing I'm going to have to worry about is just getting my levels up to 75. I do also want to complete the quests that need to be done for hard clues, because I have 24 of them in the bank. I really just need to get those out of the way, get some nice fortunate components, see what I can get from those reward caskets. Of course, I will still be bossing in the next episode without a doubt. I have 160 KC. Don't know like how many hours or kills or whatever I'll do in the next one, but hopefully I can get some nice uniques and eventually move on to different bosses. I would like to get like the full set and then move on to a different boss, just because it's going to be amazing just to have actual magic armor instead of just using my older gear and hybrid stuff. So it would be nice to like even just get the top and bottom, and I would probably move on to like maybe bandos or something and try to get some stuff there, but we would have to just wait and see how lucky or unlucky I get there. Also, I'm going to do just a tiny bit more thieving here. I've been doing a lot of gullible tourists as of late, and this is actually like the first time doing this, but I've been doing it for like an hour, not recording anything, and I have 7 of these offerings, which I'll open in a second. But the thing is, I just need to get to 53 real quick, and I'm kind of planning very far ahead right now. The reason that I want to get to 53 is just because of Desert Treasure, even though I'm not even close to having the quest requirements. So I'm just getting that requirement out of the way so I don't have to worry about thieving, just because you guys don't know, this is my least favorite skill to do in the game. alongside Hunter. So I am 8k until 53. This isn't going to be a big deal, but I'm going to do this off camera, obviously. So I'm going to end here. Of course, I'm going to open these because there's a chance for onyxes, so I'll just do it for the video. Holy crap, I didn't know you get that many charms. I didn't look up what you get from these, so hopefully I get some nice stuff. Palm saplings, which is going to be nice for farming. And looks like I'm not going to get anything important, but you do get a chance for onyx amulet, and then the uncut onyx. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.